Let's go through. Good morning, everybody, and welcome to Morning Coffees with James. I'm James, and in this show, we on Instagram, Facebook, YouTube is my morning coffee show. How y'all doing today? I'm doing good. Today, we're going to be talking about guns and Joe Biden and stupidity. Now, we all know that Joe Biden has mental deficiency, but none of us want to, say shit about that. And I know I'm going to get tagged for misinformation. It's like, no, that's not misinformation. That is clear as day. But then again, we'll just, the Democrats will make fun of another president for having Alzheimer's, which, yes, Reagan had Alzheimer's and was in the early stages of it. That was at the end of his presidency. Joe Biden is in the middle of it, and I'm sorry to say, folks, but you bought a bad cow. You bought a dud. How's that cure for cancer coming along? How's all that, betterness? Great. Oh, we're not racist anymore, but I'd rather pay high gas prices, pay high prices for food, inflation beyond recognition, continuously wearing masks and going to wars with other countries we shouldn't be involved with, or more diseases that they're going to push upon us and try to scare us with. And I'm sorry to say it, folks, enough is fucking enough. Shut up. You have lost. Game over. And look at Canada now. Look at fucking Canada. They're banning handguns. A boogaloo is happening over there in Canada. Up north. I know it's that way, but I'm not pointing up because that's the sky, you silly gooses. Yeah, and he also just, the fact that Joe Biden came up with this and just gave his 2 cents, but a lot of people do not know their guns, and I'm so tired of the they talk about misinformation with everything else, but except guns, which they can make up whatever fucking thing we want. It's a ghost gun that shoots 30 rounds in 20 seconds, and ghost guns and blah blah. They're just using fucking words. Look this fucking shit up. Alright? By the way, the difference between a magazine and a clip is something that holds together the bullets but doesn't hold it in a casing, as where a magazine is. So give me a second. This is a magazine. This thing right here is a fucking magazine. You see this in Resident Evil all the time. It is a fucking magazine. No bigger than my goddamn hand. It's the same size as my goddamn hand. 30 fucking rounds of small 9mm bullets, which, by the way, do not blow your lungs out, which, by the way, can people just, I know they can cause organ damage. I know that. All weapons, all trauma, all blunt force trauma does cause that. And by the way, he is such a fucking moron. 22s are weak, but they're still dangerous. If you've ever seen movies like Goodfellas, where where Joe Pesci kills that one, not Goodfellas, what's the movie? Casino. He goes in and assassinates this one, politician lady. And basically uses a 22 because it bounces all over the skull. 22s are lethal. They can go for 2 miles without dropping because of their size and the velocity that they're flying. Now, when Joe Biden talks about 9mm, this is a fucking 9mm. Look how fucking small it is. It's a small little fucking bullet, and I'm not sure if I want to throw this out. Should I throw this out? I need all my gun guys out there. I believe I have to throw this out or find a place to throw it out. But what makes them, they're not gonna blow your lungs out. A 50 caliber, let's see, let me find the bullets. I actually now know where I put these fucking things. My treasure trove. Cool ass treasure trove I have, because I'm fucking cool as shit, dude. We're gonna pretend we. Just give me a second. I'm gonna look at the bullets. Look at the bullet casings. Wait. Yep, here it is. Was looking for a 45 cal. I spent the last couple of minutes just rummaging around there, but I wanted to show you. This is a 9mm. This is a 45. Look at the size difference. Look at the fucking size difference. This is a 50 cal. 50 cal Magnum handgun ammo. This is the size of them. It's, by the way, this little pebble, this little bullet here, this little piece of lead, the actual bullet, this is the casing. This fucking thing right here is the goddamn casing. This is how much power is behind a bullet. This has enough power to go through it, but it's the velocity that goes through it. And these were meant to be armor piercing. Meant to be. That's what they were designed for World War II. Yes, there are armor piercing rounds, of course, but again, like Hollywood, when they say that shit, when Hollywood talks about guns, they obviously screw up. They obviously screw up. They don't know what the fuck they're talking about most of the fucking time. Like, okay, by the way, this is a 5.56. Look how small that is, but yet it's not. This is what a fucking 50 cal bullet looks like, and this is how they describe. This is the bullet that they always describe when it comes to. By the way, this is a pen. When it comes to, see what I mean? This is what they would describe when it comes to guns. It's like, it's so powerful. It's this powerful. They're all powerful. Like, yeah, they're all powerful, but they have their own strengths. 9mm are small, cheap rounds that police, NATO. Trying to think who else. NATO. You know, the UN. A lot of military use this pistol because it's a cheap ammo. The 45 is still used, but this is more for. It's a bigger caliber bullet. And is this a 45 auto? Yes, it is. It's a 45 auto bullet. This. Well, it's a casing, excuse me. Casing. If I speak out of terms, I'm using this as like an example. These are casings. These are bullets. These are actually bullets because they are put together. This is the bullet itself, the piece of lead right here. You know, there's a primer, there's gunpowder in here, and when it goes off, it creates an explosion. But alone, it doesn't just shoot off. It has no, guidance, no trajectory point. So basically, when they go off, they just pop. But people always claim that there's some kind of powerful, like, blow up your organs kind of thing, but the truth is they're not shotgun shells, which are huge and much more bigger and devastating than a fucking regular AR-15, which, by the way, no, we should not be giving up our AR-15s, and to get to the goddamn point, I just wanted to show that to you, because Joe Biden's a fucking moron. Most of these gun-grabbing Democrats are fucking morons. I'm sorry to say it, folks. And I know there's people out there who are intelligent people. Don't get me wrong. You're intelligent people. You went to college. You studied. You did your math. You did what you're supposed to do as a rational human being going to higher learning. But why haven't you studied weapons? Why are you afraid of this? Why are you afraid of a gun? A gun. That's a pellet gun, by the way. Why are you afraid of weapons in general? But you find like, oh, that's cowardly and cowards. It's a coward. Okay, first of all, archery was considered cowardly. You want to know why? Because it was long distance shooting and basically fighting from afar. Guns do the same thing, but the battlefield had changed, folks. You want to know why? Because guns became portable. Think of that big cannon that, oh, nobody owns a cannon. You gun enthusiasts, you're all cowards and weaklings, and the NRA dude who was talking about screaming at them all week, and the dude looked emaciated. Let's be honest. Anybody who's skinny and calls you weak, emaciated looking, nerdy, can't even lift it, tell them to shut the fuck up. Like, they're not the heroes of this story. They're the bad guys right now, and they look foolish. But it just bothers me, and especially with Joe Biden and his nonsense, because, again, this all stems from the fact that Canada is now gonna ban handguns, which, By the way, watch the crime rate skyrocket, because that bullshit is not gonna fly easily. I mean, considering, like, minus the city parts, there's also the rural areas that people, don't really are close to each other. And by the way, Canada has dangerous animals too, and they need weapons as well to defend themselves. And don't give me the bullshit about caliber, because those motherfuckers do carry 44s up in those woods. Tigers and lions and bears, oh my. But God, and mooses will fuck you up if they get fucking close to you. Testosterone is in every animal out there. So a male moose would fuck you up. Yes, a majestical creature that wouldn't harm anybody. Bullshit. Testosterone is a motherfucker. Think of the bull, for example. Bulls are fucking... You piss them off, you get them agitated, and they will fuck you up. You've seen this in, society, too. But I'm not, but this is the thing that bothers me about the Democrats, and especially when they talk about banning guns or banning a gun object. It's like, do your fucking research. You talk about having facts and research and knowledge, but when it comes to certain things, you just get your information from CNN, and that's the end of that. Why? Or the mainstream medium. You can go on, you go to Google, but you go to the sources that suit your fucking needs. Go to a real goddamn gun expert, and he will tell you the truth about guns, okay? Go look up guys who are popular, like Hickok 45, Demolition Ranch, Kentucky Ballistics. Those guys, guys who know their fucking shit about guns. Brendan Hare, I think his name is, but he's the AK dude. These people need to stop acting like experts in everything when they don't know. It's like, oh, I'm an expert. I'm an expert here. No, you're not. You're just saying that because they want to sound so. I got certificate in what? Guns? Guns? Really? No. You didn't get any fucking research there. You just did a quick Google search and that was it. By the way, what does AR stand for? And it's not assault rifle. People didn't do your fucking research. Just do your fucking research. AR doesn't mean AR assault rifle, excuse me. It means Armament Light. It's the name of the company who made it. Like AK, what does AK stand for? Assault Killer? No, it's named after the man who made it. In the year, too. I don't understand your bullshit with that nonsense. I do not understand your lack of fucking education in that area. Everybody wants gun safety and gun, sex safe, sex education and drug education, and no education in real, like, what guns really are, like, what on weapons, on violence. And the little bastards running around beating other kids up with a baseball bat. Well, excuse me, bullying them, I should say, not baseball bat. That was a little extreme, but you bully these kids and, you tell them not to fight back and not use, sometimes stepping up. Is meaning getting physical sometimes. But, it's just, this is my biggest argument with leftists out there. I can't stand them anymore when they talk about guns. And I know, you don't know anything about abortion. You're right, I don't. But at least I'll try to get some education and try to get some information on what abortions is and what the, pros and cons of them are. Which, by the way, I know. It's basically if somebody, like, granted, it's used as, like, as the mainstream will put it, as, like, a baby be gone if there was a mistake or some shit like that. I understand. Okay, fine. Or it affects the woman's health, that something wrong could go wrong. Okay, I get that, fine. But god damn it, man, it just irritates the shit out of me when they start talking about this. And I'm gonna give you a 30 seconds of I'm giving myself a 30-second break because it's for editing. Okay, here we go. My problem with these Democrats, too, and again, especially when Joe Biden starts talking about guns and ghost guns and 30-round magazines and speeds and velocities, they have not really studied them. Like, really, do your fucking research. I'm gonna do my research. I'm interested because I like guns. It's like anybody who's not an expert in talking about shit and they talk out their ass, especially politicians. I got expert friends. It's like, no, you don't. Nobody, no one's your friend, Joe. You know, and then you got Trudeau up there, which I'm gonna try to segue up to that because I want to talk about him, so I'm not forgetting. You know, Joe Biden, everybody's screaming about banning the AR-15. The AR, you don't need an assault weapon. And then we're getting judged and shamed for having them. Oh, you want kids to die. Oh, you the British or Europeans. Oh, you Americans and your guns and all this stuff. Unlike us civilized people. Shut the fuck up. You're not civilized. You're still fucking savages. We all are. At least we admit it. At least we're honest about it. And then everybody gets upset about you know, this image that you portrayed of America. I'm sorry, but I like being, you know, the Americans, the Japanese think we are. I like that. I think it's awesome. It's energetic. It's like, yeah, I fucking love it. We're not perfect, but we goddamn have that energy, man. And you know what? I'm gonna just say it too. Thank God we're not Canada, because Justin Trudeau is the biggest soy boy pussy out there, and he's such a smug little shit that he should have gotten his ass kicked in high school constantly, and I hope he did. But god damn it, man, the man, he's now like, he doesn't see. I'm not the bad guy. You are. The thing that's different about you is that you don't have the stupid mustache, and you know what? Here's the funny part. Both those men are artists. I'm not gonna say who, but you know the other one. But I laugh because it's like you're banning guns, you're banning it's just no, you're banning guns. It's not, this is, no. Don't play the wordplay game. This is banning guns. It starts with pistols and then it works way with rifles. They're taking away your rights, you're taking away your freedom, and one of them is to defend yourself. Look, and I'm gonna be honest here too. Defending yourself with a pistol, defending yourself with any weapon, self-defense is a God-given right. And before anybody says anything about, well, abortion's a God-given right, no, it's not. You want to get an abortion? Fine. Have an abortion. Have all the abortions you want. But you know what? Don't go around praising it. Don't go around celebrating the death of babies, okay? Don't celebrate that thing. I get it. And the whole early... And if you do it in the early trimester and get it at the... You know, nipping the bud, as they say... I don't care. Just don't celebrate it like Michelle Wolf or any of these fucking leftists who think it's a woman's right to do so. No, I'm sorry, but this is between you, your doctor, and God. So, you know, I'm sorry to say it, folks. I'm disgusted with how we're treating abortions in this country. Like, you know, how we don't make it a very private and very secretive thing that people should just keep to themselves. And I'm gonna get into this in class, but people don't keep shit to themselves anymore. But I want to get in that. I don't want to jump around, so I want to talk about the gun issue. My God, people are so afraid of the goddamn gun. It just irritates the fuck out of me. It's like, you people have become so pussified when it comes to violence that everything, and especially with your diets, folks, let's be honest. Like, I was looking at a meme that Sean Baker had, and yeah, carnivore, it's gonna mention a vegan. I don't give a shit. One of the things they put on there was the vegan diet. Maybe, I'm just saying, maybe the reason why we have so much mental illness, and this goes with the shooter, the reason why we have so much, you know, bullshit in this world where people are just aggressive, where people are just going crazy every day, the reason why we're so miserable, the reason why is because we are becoming more chemically altered. Our environment is extremely toxic, and we don't know realizing how toxic it is. There's fluoride in the water, there's heavy metals in tap water, there's chemicals, there's shit in there that don't belong in there, and it's fucking us up. It's fucking us up. We are living in a world that's just becoming more poisonous, and we have to step up for that. And yes, that whole thing, that freedom of speech thing, that affects both sides. It affects both sides, the speech you don't like and the speech you do like. I'm gonna be honest with you. It's part of the freedoms that we have. We can also speak about how fucking companies are poisoning our waters. We can scream about, how bad the water is in our world. Maybe we can scream about the fact that we're getting, poisoned every day in our lives. Yet you want those dissenting you don't want to hear those dissenting voices that say that the vegan diet is not good. There's poison in our tap waters. We're an overly medicated country. Our health issue in our country, mental, physical, and spiritual, is fucked up beyond recognition. We're poisoning ourselves just for the sake of the planet, but the planet's gonna be okay. It's us we should worry about. If we can't take care of ourselves, but then we can't take care of the fucking planet. I'm just saying. But god damn it, man, it's something's wrong here, folks. Something is wrong here, and I usually think it has to do with our mental health and the fact that we are poisoning ourselves. The shitty foods. Hey, you know what? Feel good for eating a steak. Feel good for eating a fucking piece of meat. All right? There's gonna be more chickens. Chickens breed constantly. Cows are beneficial. By the way, that you use them for your glue, you use them for your clothing, vitamins, you use, bones for sticks and stuff like canes and stuff like that. Ivory, man. Cows have a benefit of ivory. Yet you look at it as just one thing, meat. We're just eat the cow and throw the rest. No, we use everything. God damn it, people. Like, wake the fuck up, samurai. Wake the fuck up. This is eroding our freedoms. They slowly, and you don't see this because you were afraid, and again, this is all because you were afraid of mean tweets. You were afraid of your shadow, and you decided to live in a nice, comfortable lie. Well, guess what? Your comfortable lie is poisoning you. It's a sedative given to you. It's right through your fucking brain, man. You're being destroyed from the inside out, and you don't even know it. You don't even know it, man. I mean, we're living in a day and age where we're just consumed by so much evils around us, man. I know I'm speaking like a hippie, but it's fun. I don't care. But, and again, this whole banning, again, you should look at Canada. That's in Australia. Just keep your eye on Canada for a while after this, and just look at Australia. This could be coming to our doors. We need to step the fuck up. People need to wake up. Gun sales in America have gone up after the fucking George Floyd riots that happened around the country. Your little plan backfired there, you Democratic NWO assholes. The gun control debate is fucking over. Yes, we have a gun issue in this country, but I don't think it's because of the guns. I think it's because of the way we're treating our people. I've actually heard this guy was trans. I'll say it again. I heard that guy was trans. Just saying, I heard. I don't have the proper information, but I saw an image, but I'm not sure if it's true or not. But I do think there's an issue we have with men in this country, how we're treating people. Like, the school system treats people like they're worthless unless they're good puppets of the system. We treat, men in this country as just trash and praise the savagery of these people who don't give a shit. And yes, I get it, we should praise women, but not to that degree. Not to the degree we, forget about men. Men should be also taken care of. But just banning something's not going to fix it. I mean, look at drugs, man. Look at video games. People will pirate ship. People will go to the black market, pirate ships. They will go to these places, to get what they want. Sail the high seas and be a criminal in their own right. To be a pirate in their own right. A rogue in their own right. A privateer, to be example. But again, it's just baffling that people were willing to give up everything they have, for a little slice of security. I'm going to give myself a few minutes, but I'm going to keep talking here. But it's just baffling. It's just absolutely baffling that people are willing to give up everything for a little bit of security. Oh, it's for the children. No, I'm sorry, but the kids are all right. Stop. You're sounding more like you have a child fetish, and it's unhealthy. You're worried about their protection. Yes, and it is true, but the world is going to be dangerous even without guns. Even without guns, it's going to be dangerous. The world is just a dangerous place to live in. We should learn how to defend ourselves. That should be the number one priority in this world. How to fight. You know, but we don't. We don't teach people how to fight. We don't teach them anything about, violence. We ignore that. We're so afraid of that it's going to lead to another mass shooter. Holy guacamole. You want to know why? Because I was a problem child. I was a problematic problem child. You know, I had attention deficit disorder. Oh, we gotta change everything for you. You're changing our system. You are fucking assholes doing that. Yeah, I am. I've been problematic since day one. But you all knew that. You all knew that. You don't give a shit. And that's the problem. Nobody cares about, the problems that people are having nowadays. People are just rude and obnoxious. And it bothers me. It just absolutely fucking bothers me that we're just, so mean to each other. And it's like, hey, maybe we should figure out maybe what we're eating. Look at the garbage we're eating. And again, look at the people who say exercise is pointless. Ethan Klein. Ethan fucking Klein. I mean, the guy just looks like a fucking slob to begin with. And a fucking bastard of a one as well. He's just like, I made that video where I was just doing the face morphing. Ethan Klein looks like that deflated, fish that, was brought up way too quick, and it has, that, gumpy face. Ethan Klein, look at me, I'm the pinnacle of health. Exercise is broad, it's gonna die. It's like, shut up. Don't ever take your advice from somebody who looks miserable, and his wife would deserve somebody better. There, I said it. I talked about the man's wife, and I don't give a shit. It's a cat. I maybe then again I don't know what the relationship is, but I don't see Ethan Klein being packing down there. But then again, they love picking on you when you have a gun. Haha, let me go for your dick. It's always for the dick when they talk about guns too. Isn't that weird? Isn't that a little weird? And I'm not talking about oh, it's funny weird. No, it's ugly. It's like uncomfortable weird. It's like, yeah, I have a pistol that's 5 inches in barrel, but oh, that's very masculine, 5 inches, Like, what the fuck? It's like, oh, you have a small dick, your dick is small, you have a small dick, let me make fun of your genitals. It's like, you have a small dick, you fuck. Are you using it properly, or is it just a big dick that's skinny, okay? That's another thing, too. Can we not start praising people's junk size? Look at the girth. Can we a little bit look at the girth? I know I should have class. This is the next thing I'm talking about. But, I won't go into that. I want to talk about class for a minute. And we're losing our class, folks. That too, Matt. I was watching, and I think I might get done here, because I want to get into another video. So this is going to be a long-ass video. So yeah, I know it's going to be a little bit janky here. But, I would just want to finish up with the gun topic, and, just say that I find it just absolutely asinine that people are willing to give up their rights for their weapons. And you know what? I'm so tired of people shaming other people to defending themselves. Like, I'm sorry, but Kyle Rittenhouse did nothing wrong. He shouldn't have been there in the first place, you're right. But he shouldn't have been there because of rioting and looting and all this shit, destroying neighborhoods in the name of injustice. Or injustice in the name of that injustice, you know what I mean? Like, oh, how he, if you wanted to honor this man, don't go around blowing up, buildings and stuff. Don't burn them down. That's all I'm saying, folks. Okay? That's all I'm saying. Alright. I'll take care. Love you. Bye-bye. And remember to stay awesome. Peace and a bucket of grease.